Elliot caught the 0005 from Leeds to his Yorkshire village, the only passenger apart from a woman in an old-fashioned black dress sitting upstairs at the front. The driver barely looked at him, let him tap his card without printing a ticket, and pulled away into the rain-dark streets. As the suburbs thinned to moorland, Elliot's phone dropped to 1% and flashed up a transport alert before dying. Service 13, suspended since 1997. Fatal collision, 7 dead. He frowned at the route map, noticing the timetable panel had been scratched over. Someone had carved that same date into the plastic. A voice drifted down the stairwell. "You're late." The woman upstairs spoke with an old northern lilt, calm and precise. Elliot climbed up, ready to complain, and saw her clearly. Skin too pale, hair pinned up like a black and white photo, and a paper bus ticket in her gloved hand, stamped with a price that had not existed for decades. "You don't remember me," she said. "You used to ride past here with your mum. You always waved at the girl in the upstairs front seat." A memory surfaced. A news report about a bus that left the road on a wet night on the moor. 7 dead, including a schoolgirl whose picture stayed in the local paper. Her uniform badge the same one he'd later worn. The driver swerved to miss a stag, people used to say. The woman's smile thinned. The stag was already dead, throat torn out. Not his fault, but he kept driving because we'd all invited him in. That's what a ticket is. Permission. Her lip lifted, showing teeth just a bit too long, too sharp. Headlights from a passing car flared through the fog and turned the windows into mirrors. Elliot saw his reflection and the empty rows of seats behind him. No woman, no black dress, just a cracked "no smoking" sign and a dark smear along the rail. He spun around. The top deck was deserted, but the air smelled of cold metal and old blood. From the stairwell came slow footsteps and the wet sound of someone swallowing. Downstairs, the driver's seat was empty. The wheel turned on its own as the bus rolled along a narrow lane he didn't recognize. The destination board now read just 2 words: last stop. The woman stood by the middle doors, veil lowered, eyes dark and hungry. "You used to wave at me," she said. "That was an invitation into your nights, into your journey home. Someone has to pay the fare, 7 every year, or the road takes more than a bus." "There's only me," Elliot whispered. "Not far to your village," she said, nodding toward a scatter of distant lights under the black line of the moor. "Your mum, your neighbours, the depot where your driver sleeps. If you get off, I walk with you house to house, or you stay and they sleep through the night." Her gloved hand, ice cold and impossibly strong, closed around his wrist. "They said the old driver saved lives when he turned off the road," she murmured. They were wrong. The debt was only delayed. Elliot looked at the bell sign, at the rain veining down the windows, at the faint outline of home. Then he reached up and pressed the stop button. The chime rang once, long and hollow, like a funeral bell. The bus slowed beside a strip of heather and darkness. No pavement, no stop, no lamps. "Last stop," the woman said, almost gently, as her teeth lengthened and the lights snapped off. In the village, they still joke about a timetable misprint that once listed a SU0.05 service that never existed, and about CCTV footage of a young man stepping onto a bus that wasn't scheduled. The route quietly disappeared, but on foggy nights, drivers say they glimpse a number 13 crawling along the ridge road, interior lights glowing, a thin figure in the upstairs front seat watching the moor with empty grey eyes. Miss the real last bus and find another waiting. Destination set to your village, driver silent, ticket machine dead, and locals will tell you to walk, no matter the rain. Once you climb aboard, you've already invited something in, and on that route, a return ticket means the bus goes back, but you don't.